If you went to the movies with a friend and they left to go out in the hallway for 15 minutes,
Oh,
you
then I
wouldn't
would
be out-
never go to the movies with them again.
Yeah, that's not codependent.
I think,
not,
yeah.
It
That's
slightly is because it's your experience. You can't worry about other people. It shouldn't affect your
Well, that's
experience.
not true
but-
because you go on a honeymoon
Right.
together. It's your experience together on the honeymoon.
Yeah, don't marry that
Yeah,
person.
but what are you controlling
Well,
the
I'm just saying
experience? What if they got
what's
a
that?
call? What if they got an important call from their lawyer they have to take? They're divorcing.
Oh, I'm the best. Andrew.
It's funny whenever like
Or
someone,
sorry.
I got bad news.
whenever someone's at a movie or a comedy club, that's when the most important calls in the world are going to
Yeah.
come in. Where it's like, well,
Yes.
my lawyer could call, or I can get a
Yes.
phone call from the lotto people that said I won after all.
A lot of people don't go to lotto people. Are so
The Joker. Have you guys seen it?
Yeah.
I saw it the other night.
How did you feel?
Came twice.
During the talk show scene.
When that scissor went in that guy's eyeball
Oh my
like
God.
a jackrabbit.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
That was pretty funny.
I closed my eyes during that. I was able to prepare myself for it.
we
I asked people for spoilers of the scary scenes.
We talk about. Listen, I don't know the movie. If he doesn't at least get nominated for best actor in this movie,
then what's gonna happen?
I mean, he
Rich?
was a little too fat for me, but God,
Yeah, he was
you
incredible.
don't think he was incredible?
Oh
in
my
this?
God, he was amazing. It was
Yeah.
so good. I loved it, and I went
Yes.
in thinking I wasn't gonna like it, and
Yeah.
boy, or I thought I was very neutral going in actually, and boy, it was fantastic. Have you
I
not
can't
seen
believe
it
you
yet?
saw a movie. You don't really go to movies.
I don't go to
a lot.
movies at all.
What possessed you?
Because it seemed to be like this cultural moment that everyone, and especially as a comedian, I have friends
Yeah.
in the movie. Gary Goldman's in it. Sam
Yes.
Marilla's in it. Greer Barnes is in it. There was a lot.
So was Collin. What's his name?
Brian Callen was in
But
it.
he had it quick. You know, he was in the clown room
Yes.
with Greer.
Yeah. I didn't even know that was Greer until
Yes.
someone told me later on. I was like, I thought that guy looked familiar. That's how good he was
Yeah.
at being someone, like you didn't recognize him.
Yeah, he was good.
It was so good. I
Who'd
thought
you go with?
I went with Hannah Berner, Andrew Collin, and Sarah Lena.
Nice.
Yeah, it was so
Did
fun.
you text?
Did I text during it? No.
Good for you.
You
Nick.
know,
This
okay,
is
that was
new
a
you.
slight. I
No,
get it,
I-
Anya. That's why you don't go to movies with me. I text
That's
during
I'm
it.
just
So
getting
funny.
updates on your movie.
No, you know what? I did
etiquette.
text, but only when I put my leather coat over my head because during the scary scenes, I had asked my my Instagram followers to tell me what the scenes were where there was like gratuitous violence, and like not to tell me what it was about, but like when it was coming, so I knew when to throw my coat over my head. So I put it over my head, and then I would text during
So
that.
yes, the answer is yes.
Yeah,
You
but
did
no one
text
could see
during
it.
the
No
movie.
one could see it. I was literally in one of those. No one even knew what I was doing in there because I was in there a little bit longer than the
Right.
violent scene, and people were tapping. Like Andrew was like, "It's over," and I'm like, "I'm texting," and they're like, "Oh, we didn't know." Hannah next to me was texting the whole time, and I was like, "Oh, I can see how that's annoying."
Oh,
You had the bright
God.
screen.
That would have been
Yes.
infuriating.
Yeah, I can't.
How one when he came down those stairs, he was amazing.
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 That was such a fun scene. God,
How fucking cool was that?
so cool.
Why?
I would have tripped.
Yeah.
But how good was he coming down those fucking stairs?
He-
But how much you're thinking now? How much was he fantasizing about? Like I didn't realize, and most of the people didn't realize everything he did in that movie. He was fantasizing about. You
Wait,
know
Everything?
The whole thing's
Well,
a
no,
dream.
Well, he didn't. He wasn't on.
But
the
let's
sh-
not give it away. She hasn't
Yes.
seen it yet, and maybe our
Well,
listeners haven't.
if the world hasn't seen the Joker yet, and doesn't know about it, you know.
I know.
Okay.
She
Hey,
was on
you
a
know.
7-day retreat.
Oh, you know what happened in Jaws? You fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Go to see the movie.
I don't
it's
think
a
I'll
month
see
later.
it. So go ahead.
Why?
Should I?
Dude,
Yes.
it is like the best movie I've seen in
I mean, it's
years, and I know I
fine.
don't see that.
I love
I didn't think it
Tarantino's movie. Have you seen that?
No, we haven't
Oh,
seen
Once
that
Upon a
yet.
Time.
Oh, it's so good.
I know. I
Will
want
you
to take a
please
week
see
off
the
and
Joker?
see
I'll
it.
go see it again. I loved it so much.
If you don't text, I will.
I will. I
Even
don't
during the
understand why you
scary
think
parts.
that I text all the
Because you
time.
did text. You just said you
But
texted.
you would not have seen. I was literally cloaked.
No,
in a
I
huge
understand, but
jacket,
the
and you-
answer is yes. I
Why
did
don't you
text
guys
in the
go
movie.
together
But the
and
problem you have with texting
I
is
get
that it
it.
creates a light. So if I'm texting and you can't see it, that's the same as if I left the room and went to the
Well,
bathroom.
no,
to text.
that's
I
not
just
the
want to
pro-
go to movies
Yeah.
with people who put their phone off in a bag away.
It's also
I just
distracting
don't want the
if
phone to
someone's
come
not
out.
paying attention. But
Yeah.
go together,
can't-
sit on opposite sides of the theater.
Why
I
don't you
can't
take
it-
watch the
Fine.
scary parts. I was bored inside my little tent. and
How do
so
you think I felt at the silent retreat?
So why don't you
Exactly like you in the Cape
Why don't
for
you be-
But there
7
wasn't
days
a
with no
rule.
phone. No, I know there
okay, why
wasn't.
don't you pretend you're a comedy club
Okay.
and put her phone in an envelope?
Yes.
I
I'm
guess-
so
I'm
mad
gonna do
about
that.
phones not being out at clubs. You know what? I want to earn your attention.
Doesn't Dave
I don't
Matthews
want you
do
to.
that?
I don't care if I don't like phones being taken out of comedy clubs. I really don't like it because for me, I'm so addicted to my phone. When I don't get to be on my phone, I am filled with stress. I can't be present. I'm thinking about who could be calling me. If I'm able to just have it in my bag and glance in my bag that no one sees, I reach in my bag and I look and I can see the time, how much longer the show has. It keeps me more present than I would be if it's in a bag and I can't get to it. And I will say this, I plan cute outfits to wear on stage. I'm presenting myself. I'm dressing up. I will wear a whole outfit. I will work so hard in my hair and makeup, and then there's no pictures of me. When there used to be phones in crowds, people would sneak pictures, and I would come home and I would get to like post pictures of my cute outfit. Now there's no documentation of me doing stand-up comedy ever.
The bad outweighs the good, though.
No, it doesn't.
And you're going to do meet and greets. People can take photos with you.
No, I
there.
want live action
That
shots
sounds
of me killing on stage.
That's why I came up with the name of my latest album. I was on stage and some guy was in the audience filming. I go, listen, you can't film. I said, take him outside and beat him up. But then you know what? I remember when I went to see Hamilton, I brought a 3-camera crew in. And they go, you can't film. I go, what are you talking about? I can't film. So, you know what I mean? It created a good ad lib.
Yes,
and,
it
and
is.
thing out of it.
Yes.
You know, but I could see if somebody like Chappelle or even if Eddie Murphy's trying to work out new stuff.
I get that, but come on, I don't care if someone
Yeah.
tapes my act. What is
No.
70 people are gonna watch it on YouTube? Who gives a shit?
Shit, I wish I could get 70.
You got 70 views?
We're back. It's You Up with Nikki Glaser in studio. Nick Youssef, Rich Vos, Anya Marina. Welcome back. I was at the Comedy Cellar last night, late. I had to put Jeff Ross had a zit that he was like, and I was putting on makeup at my table to get ready to go over the party, and he was like, "Will you put some makeup on me? I have this zit," and I was like, I would love to. I don't understand why men don't cover up zits. If
I
you got
do.
A little zit, you do? Yes,
yeah,
good.
Yeah, what are you kidding me?
Yeah,
I
guys
keep
will do.
stuff in some of my bag. Look how gay my hand got.
Yeah.
I keep
Yeah.
stuff in some of my bags.
Yeah.
To you know, if I get one
Good.
that's
Men
yes.
should do that.
Yeah, I don't want to walk around looking like a
What do
panic
you
button.
use? What's the
Just
thing
some
you carry?
concealer.
Why is your
I
skin
just
so
use.
nice,
I just get
Nick?
it's like a lipstick thing.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what it is, and
Yeah.
it's a color that's
And then you
kind
rub
of
it
close
in.
to
And
my.
it's like a tiny thing.
and I dab it in.
I'll get one of
But
those.
you got to
You
dab
should.
it. You got
Yeah.
to dab it and blend it so
You
it doesn't
paint your
look like.
nails. You're
Yes.
into like doing things that are
Yeah.
supposed to be only for women.
Yeah, I
but
don't
like,
give a shit about any of that.
Yeah,
you
I'll do
gotta
whatever
get
feels good.
makeup, dude. It's like guys would change your life. You don't know what you're
Yes.
missing out on by having a little bit of concealer in your pocket.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I'll put a little makeup on, then I'll run in the room and throw Bonnie's underwear on and
Yeah,
run around the
well,
house
this seems
yelling.
to be out of control.
And I yell, "Who's a
Yeah.
pretty girl?" And I put my penis between my legs, and then I pull it out and go, "You're a pretty girl." And I
You
put
know what?
it
I love that you do that.
Yes.
You know, it's not just for women to do that.
Yes.
And
Keys
God,
to a
that
healthy
means you're
marriage.
so secure
Yeah.
in your
And
manhood.
I
to
chase
be able to
myself
tuck your
around the
dick.
room, and I go, "No." And then I pull my dick out, and go, "You know you want it." And I go,
Wow, you have this whole play
Oh,
with yourself.
it's fun. And then they come in, and it looks like everything's normal. I just get everything back, and like I'm doing the dishes right when I walk back.
That's one of the deleted scenes from Joker. I don't know if anyone knows.
Oh my God, it seriously could be. That really is. I don't even know if that's deleted. I think that happened. Yeah, that's so anyway, yeah, that was an interesting night. I had dinner with you so early on in the night and
Yeah.
Bonnie, and then it just
And
like got
Jess.
out of control. I was supposed to go home and get some sleep. I was so sleep deprived yesterday. I took a nap for 3 hours and it felt so good to take a nap. Sometimes when you're sad and you don't know why, it could be because you're tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or hungry.
Or I look at my calendar.
Oh, yeah, that could be. Yeah, either
Tired.
way, either you have too much on your calendar or not enough.
But sleep, like I can't sleep it's different as you get older because
Yeah.
I got to wake up and piss so much.
Yeah.
But I got 4 hours sleep last night and it was good,
Jesus.
4 hours. But if I get 4 or 5 on the road, then take a nap in the day, I'm okay.
Yeah.
But I just can't sleep.
Why is that when you're older, your sleep is so much less?
Because you don't have much more time to live, so you try to get everything you can out of life.
That could be.
But
Squeeze
older
every
people
minute.
say they don't need as much, and they
What's that?
older people say they just naturally start waking up at like after 5 hours of being
yeah,
asleep.
I never
I
sleep.
wonder if you're not as active during the day. Maybe you don't need to rest as
Is
much.
it hormonal? Do we have a
I have no
doctor
idea.
listening?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd love to know that
Or is
answer.
it just an older man thing? Seems like all the older men I know say that. They're always like, 6 hours is max.
Oh.
Right?
I guess. Yeah.
your
I
dad
think I think
sleep
we're
a
all
lot?
convinced that we don't need sleep.
Yeah.
Because even yesterday I was so tired and I was so depressed yesterday. My thoughts were just in this really dark place. And then I just realized I was like, I'm just going to take a nap because honestly, I wanted to nap because I just didn't want to be awake with my thoughts. But then I napped and I was like, oh, that was it. That was it the whole time. And I didn't even notice it. That was like when I was constipated on Dancing with the Stars and I didn't even know that's why I felt sick the whole time and I couldn't like suck in. I was just like, why don't I feel skinny? I am skinny. And then I got voted off and I pooped for like 8 years. And I was like, how did I not know that I was packed with poop? And yesterday I was like, how did I not know I was tired? Sometimes you're just not in tune with your body. But I will say that I was talking about this last night and like, I hate being alone. Like right now in my life, I'm not okay being alone with my thoughts, with myself. I'm too depressed. I'm too fragile. I don't like it. I constantly am hanging out with friends. I have one thing to the next, whether I'm going to a therapy or friends or a meeting. I packed my day because I don't want to be alone. It's not that I actually like working or like hanging out with you, Anya. It's that, no, of course I do. It's the best in the world, but I don't want to be alone. And I realized it. Like when I go home, I don't do anything. I go right to sleep because I want to get myself unconscious as soon as possible because I don't want to be awake alone. I have gone so far now as I bring sleeping pills with me. So I take one before I leave when I'm still at dinner with a friend so that by the time I get home, it's kicking in and I don't have to be awake with myself.
What do you mean? Like melatonin?
I drug myself. Yeah, melatonin, and I also take like a prescription aid sleep pill sometimes too.
And that keeps you asleep for...
Yeah, no, I don't have a problem sleeping once I'm sleeping. And I can pee in the middle of the night like 5 times and go right back to bed. And it doesn't feel as disruptive. But I just realized like I don't like to be alone with myself. I don't know what people do.
Is that something you're like working to change, or is this a new thing that you don't know what to do with
yet? I think I just acknowledged it. When I'm alone, I have to either be smoking pot to get out of my mind. I have to put on music so I have to get out of my mind. I have to listen to a podcast to get out of my mind. I have to listen to a YouTube talk. I can't ever just be. I can't just like play guitar.
One thing meditation hasn't helped at all.
I mean, I guess it's helped a little bit because how could it not? But meditating is the only thing I can do and be alone and not be doing anything. But meditating is doing something.
Yeah.
Or at least it feels like it to me.
Yeah, if I'm alone, I don't mind.
What do you guys do alone?
What's that?
What do you do when you're alone?
On the road or at home, or it's different. Like
that is way different. You're right.
I mean, on the road, I'll play golf alone. I don't mind. I'll go to the gym alone and work. Obviously, because who do I go to the gym with?
Yeah.
So I've been on my own since I was a kid, basically. You know what I mean? Like my parents are doing. I've been on my own. I want to get into the story. So I'm used to being alone in life. And it doesn't, unless I'm in my own head. If I have anxiety, I hate being alone, but I hate being around people. Because if I'm in the middle of an anxiety attack or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's weird, but we're alone so much on the road and in life that you have to get used to it and just keep busy. As long as you keep busy.
I feel like I'm always consuming something, whether it's food or a podcast or music. Like there's something coming in to distract me from whatever my head is saying. Like I'm only alone with my thoughts when I'm drifting off to sleep, which isn't really clear thinking. It's almost like drunk. And then, especially if you're on melatonin, and then meditating is the only time that I guess I'm alone with my thoughts.
Yeah, but if you're listening to music, you're still thinking. You still have your thoughts going as you're listening.
No, I don't. I pretend that I'm in a music video. And I'm not even joking you. Like, I pretend like I'm not myself and that I'm like Taylor Swift.
You are insane.
I know, dude, I know. I don't just
Not
listen
in
to
a bad
music
way.
as ambient noise. It is I actively pick songs to pretend like I'm in a music video and to be the soundtrack of like whatever life I'm picturing for myself.
Do you ever practice your Oscar speech or your Emmy speech?
No, I've never done that.
Oh,
a lot of people
really?
do that, I hear. I mean, like the Joker,
Yes.
Andrew, when I brought Andrew Collin to see the Joker, and he was like, man, I related to that so much. I'm like, what? And he was like, I used to like Letterman would interview me in my shower, and I'm like, what?
I have those, but not
Is
my.
that in the Joker?
I go, he's retired. That can't ever happen.
But my speeches don't have thank yous.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
don't have
really?
thank
It's like, fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Holy fuck! What a
Yeah, it's
what
in the
a
movie.
fucking just
Yeah.
filled with resentment and anger. Just get it out.
That's
you know
why
what
that
I mean?
scene was so good at the
Yeah.
in the Joker at the talk show
Oh, yeah.
when it just pulls wide and you just I was like,
Yeah.
that sounds about right. Yeah, that
Yeah,
looks about.
I
yeah,
mean,
that's good.
I guess I have to see it now.
You really, Anya, I'm not kidding you. What is your hesitancy to not see the Joker? Just because
don't-
everyone likes it?
I don't know about it's Batman and the Joker, right?
There's no Batman in it. It's just
Yes.
about a
but
guy.
he's the guy from Batman.
There's no supernatural
Okay.
powers
No, he's
in
the
it.
guy from
There's
the deck
not?
of cards.
No, there's nothing supernatural in it. I didn't hear what you
I
said.
didn't even
Sorry.
hear
She goes, he's the guy from Batman. I go, no, he's the guy from the deck of cards.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
That's what I was worried about too. I was like, I don't want any like weird ooze that
Yeah.
like he eats and then he can like reach far or something. Like I just didn't want any supernatural things. It's
Yeah.
just
like
about a mentally ill guy.
It's like a
Oh.
character study movie.
The
Yes, he's about a
performance-
murderer.
The performance is amazing. If
Okay, I'll see
that
it.
at least
I
carries
thought it was
the
a
movie.
comic book
I
character.
thought it was about Trump, if you want to ask me.
Mm.
Do you guys see it?
I just thought it was like the death rattle of white privilege.
Ooh.
Well, can I explain why I think it was about Trump? Because I think that mental illness is out of control in this country because we don't treat it, we don't take it seriously.
Yeah.
So a mentally ill person has become lifted up as not mine, but as our collective. Like he's mentally ill, if you ask me, and untreated for it.
Yeah.
And now he is like he's the Joker. We're all just like.
Yeah.
He's leading the way, and it's like all because mentally ill people have elected him because they're not treating what they're dealing with, and the mass scale of not taking mental illness seriously in this country has made so many people mentally ill. And I actually have empathy and compassion for it. I'm not saying if you're someone who voted for Trump, you are mentally ill. There's something wrong. I'm just saying there is something wrong, and I'm so sorry for whatever happened in your life to make you vote for him, especially if you're a woman. But there's something wrong with you, and it's not, and there's so much wrong with me too, but there's also something wrong with you. And that's why we have him, is because mental illness.
That's crazy. You never dreamt as a kid.
He's still on.
You never dreamt as having a president that would argue with a female soccer player on Twitter. You didn't. You never wanted that when you were a young kid.
I mean,
Dare to dream.
it's just, I mean, this is the wildest dreams.
I bet kids.
It's what's
it's
happening right now is
almost-
the wildest. Like it's a night. It feels like a nightmare.
I've
Yeah.
never said his name and president together yet.
Really?
Never. I hope I don't
Wow.
slip and do it, but I've never.
I wonder if
I
kids
can't-
are fascinated, and I wonder if they love it. If like 13-year-olds think this is hilarious because they don't know
It
anything.
is hilarious.
no,
It's-
they're disturbed.
don't have
a lot of them are
consequences yet.
disturbed.
And last
What does
week-
Raina think?
Oh yeah, that's a
she's-
good question.
Whatever Bonnie thinks.
I know what Bonnie
Yes.
thinks. Bonnie and I
Yes.
are on the same. Last night, Bonnie and I were talking about the end times, which are very nigh, which is a fancy way of saying near. And we were talking, and that's what all Bonnie and I talk about whenever we get together is like, oh, the apocalypse is coming, and like, or the end of the world is coming. I don't believe it's like going to be this apocalyptic thing, but like it's coming. There might be a civil war here in America. It could happen. We always think that it can't happen because we have jobs and schools and parks and
And that sweet
civilization.
flag.
Yeah, but there's civil.
But it's like the place Venezuela used to be a great place to live and visit not too long ago, and now everyone's starving there, and it's like it's lawless from what I understand, and that could happen here, and I think it will. But Bonnie and I were talking about it last night, and Anya's sitting there, and she goes, "Do I need to be more worried?" And we were just like, kind of no, because there's nothing you can do. I mean, that's how I feel about it.
Well, I have 5 survival backpacks. I have.
That's what
my
I
bow and
hear.
arrow.
I was like getting so like Bonnie was like, I'm looking for some survival dick. I
And-
need some guy to protect me. That's what I really
funny.
want.
But a civil war in this country could be white versus black.
Yes.
Male versus female.
Yes.
Semite versus anti-Semite. I mean, there's so much.
I think it's going to be a mixture of all of
It's-
that. It's going to
it's-
be complete chaos.
Yeah, it's going to be like the Warriors. Everybody's going to have their own special gang.
It's so
I only
scary.
bring references from
But
the
now I've
70s.
heard that you are, and guess what? Our side, if one of those situations are true, I was realizing this last night. Our side doesn't really have that many guns. Like their side has way
and we
more
have
guns.
no survival skills.
Yeah, we're just like we have podcasts and like
Yeah.
blogs,
Right.
and like what are we gonna
Cute
do?
outfits.
I am going to write
And
about
such-
you
Like,
guys.
guys, I-
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
it's like
I'm
You're like,
coming
okay,
over to your
I
house.
got a bottle of smart water and about 14 yoga
Yeah.
mats.
Yeah,
What can this?
they have
What
they,
can we do with that?
They have they have tanks and we have Babiglia.
Thank you so much for watching that clip that you just watched. Did you enjoy it? I hope you did. If you did, thumbs up it. Why don't you subscribe? Why don't you just keep watching more videos? Let them play. Share with your friends. Go share on your Instagram story. Go just have a great day.